So.
Yes. Majedra has a really cool design in Puzzle and Dragon, and in actual real-life mythology, it is a very minor character in Osiris's thing, and it's basically just this character's so minor they don't really have any stories about them. All that's known is that they have laser vision and that they're bedsheet ghosts. That's it.
Yeah, Japan's decided that there's like a sexy lady under the sheet.
At some point, Fate Stay Night added that. Yeah,
that's just Japan.
That's fine. It might not have even been Fate Stay Night. I don't know anything about the Fate series, so it's one of the Fate series
someone
things.
At some point was like, "What if waifu?" And it's like, yeah, that's what we
and
do.
Everybody just kind of agreed. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Girototus.
All right.
High-ranked Girototus.
We still do have an investigation or something open for that, right?
I'm pretty sure we do, yes. We'll check just to make sure, but I'm almost positive there's a Girototus in here somewhere. I'd speak of the devil, there he is.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that you added specifically to do this shit.
Actually, do I have a better Girototus in here, or is this the only one? Because I
that's it.
thought we had two. And one of them was significantly better than the other, and I think that one might have been the better one. But, ooh, this one has 3 slots on it instead of 2, though.
Yeah.
So that might actually be better.
And the colors do mean something. It's like a gold reward and 2 silvers.
Yeah, which is good to some extent.
Yeah.
And it's a 30-minute hunt, which is slightly less than I'd like it to be, but that's fine. I'm accepting of this. We can make this work.
Do you have any favorites from Egyptian mythology?
I really like Osiris. It's a very lame answer to give, but Osiris, I think, is my favorite deity from Egyptian mythology. I appreciate Thoth. Anubis is pretty cool, but not really my favorite. I really like Thoth and Osiris, and ironically, I'm pretty sure Osiris is either the father of Thoth or like the stepfather of Thoth, so they're pretty closely related either way.
I feel like there's just so much of Egyptian myth that's just it's both varied from region to region and time period, and just kind of scattered.
That it's all over the goddamn place.
It's hard for me to pick.
It's hard to kind of figure out what's even going on half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know how that is. Egyptian myth tends to be like that, sort of. It doesn't help that it's very much one of those mythological structures where it's sort of intentionally all over the place, more so than even Greek mythology, where a lot of people think of Greek mythology as being very bare bones and very structured, and we know exactly what it is. And it's like, actually, if you look into it, we know very little about it. We kind of have an idea of what's going on, and we have a very good idea of how like the Hellenistic structure for Greek myth goes. But prior to that, most Greek myth in like ancient Greek myth is like way outside of what we expect it to be.
Yeah, and a lot of what we do know was recorded much later after the fact by like Christian scholars.
Yeah,
who just kinda
which can kind of fuck with it sometimes.
They just sort of piece it together in a narrative that's kind of like the narratives they're familiar with, or Roman scholars who kind of just did their own thing.
An argument for how that kind of shapes mythology sometimes is like the fact that if you look at Norse myth, it draws a lot of parallels to Christianity right at the end of it, where it kind of makes it sound like this is a pagan religion that turns into Christianity/Judaism. And it's like, no, that somebody went in afterward and added things.
Yeah, after Ragnarok, like human man and human woman just sort of appear out of like the rubble or whatever. It's like, no, it's not Adam and Eve.
Yeah. And there's a singular god who's supposed to be absolutely untouchable by everything, except for technically Holly, I think, is the which is a weird implication, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite Norse myth either. I'm gonna say, like, I don't know for sure what it actually means, but I find it very amusing that there's a whole second set of Norse gods that are over there in that other realm, and we talk to them sometimes, but don't know what the fuck their deal is.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, like, there's the guys who live up in Asgard or whatever, and then there's the guys who do the, like, some separate realm, and they're...
Elfenheim?
I don't think so. But, like, I want to say that, like, a couple of the standard gods are from there, and they did some kind of, like, foreign exchange program, but I always decided, like, are these just aliens? Like, is
Kind
this
of.
the aliens?
Well, like for their own religion or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I can't think of any particular character that I find particularly endearing.
I don't know. God, Norse myth is pretty intense when it comes to that stuff. But what I was saying about Egyptian myth is that it's a lot like Greek when it comes to things like that. But the weird downside for...
Hi,
Is that basil
Buttercup.
groups? Okay.
I mean, it looked like it. Yeah, that's his icon on the map.
I can kind of hear it from here. I don't think it's dropping anything yet, but I should probably get the hell out of here just in case.
Dropping himself. Herself. Buttercup.
Yeah, dropping Buttercup. Ugh. Do I really want to fight Buttercup here?
You'd think the water would do something to those explosions.
You'd think so, but that's never the way it works in Monster Hunter. Egyptian myth, though, because of how spaced out Egypt was, it tends to be a lot less linear than even the myths of other places that function in similar ways. Like, Greek myth is kind of disjointed and broken and weird, but then Egyptian myth is, like, significantly worse when it comes to that, because it's all over the goddamn place, because there was so much distance to travel, and nobody really wanted to travel that distance, and it was all over the desert. It's like, I don't want to go to this cult's, house to learn about their god when I could just stay where I am and continue to worship this one instead.
Yeah. I do have a favorite pharaoh, though.
Do you?
Yeah, King Tut's dad is the weirdest motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just
Bring back sun worship.
Yeah, okay, so, like, Egypt was Egypt, right? They did all of their animal heads and whatever, and then one guy decided no, and he decided, like, there's one god, but it's not like an Abrahamic thing. It's not like God. It's the sun has 1,000,000 hands, and it comes down and touches us, and also we all look like weird aliens.
Yeah, I like the depictions from that time period of, like, I think the sun god's name is Aten.
Yes.
And the depictions of the pharaoh and his family during that time period with Aten are like, they are these huge, round-headed people with giant eyes, and we have to fucking, like... The sun needs to literally be a disc covered in arms touching everything on the wall. And it's just like this weird fucking mishmash of I don't know what's going on here kind of pictures.
Yeah, like the majority of what we know about like Egyptian art was like kind of, they had like a style they stuck to, sort of.
Yeah.
And then he just commissioned some other artist who goes off model, and it's amazing.
It's
Everyone's
actually,
a gray.
It's actually that Aten worship was really, really old Greek worship, and he was part. Sorry, not Greek. Egyptian worship, and he was part of the cult of Aten, which prior to then had lost almost all of its power in its entirety, and he chose to bring it back. Basically, is what happened.
Yeah, and it was super fucking weird. And then he died, and his son, who was very young and probably had a slew of personal problems.
We know for a fact that there were a lot of problems with poor little Tut. There was a lot of fucked up issues there.
Yeah, but he was like 12 or something, and just the priests of the time were like, no, we're going back to the old religion. We're going back to the shit that wasn't crazy. No more aliens touching the sun. We're just gonna do the dog head thing again. And he died young.
Oh, he died super young.
Wasn't he actually buried kind of out of the way, and that's why we saw all the stuff of him?
Yes, so he was buried, it was requested that he not be buried with the rest of the pharaohs by the people at the time who were, like, in charge of shit. And it's because they felt that he did not exemplify the idea of what a pharaoh was. So he was buried in his own little thing instead of the Valley of the Kings, which is why we wound up finding him, because we've never actively found the Valley of the Kings.
And because no one found him before that, he hadn't had his tomb robbed, so he was like the most lavish of all fucking finds.
They didn't want him with everyone else, but they still had to acknowledge that he was a pharaoh, and he was the child of a fairly good pharaoh on top of that, so they had to give him like 60 slaves and 800 million tons of gold.
Yeah, so then, like, in the 20s or whatever, everyone was like, oh shit, the greatest pharaoh of all. He's got all this gold and it's brilliant and amazing, and we're just gonna use King Tut as our general shorthand for, like, cool-ass pharaohs. And, like, poor guy was... He had the shortest end of every stick.
Yeah, it was really... honestly, he's probably died, like, 8 different ways.
Yeah.
I think they've done a bunch of studies on his bones, and it's like he had, like, ribs that are indicative of somebody driving a knife through his chest, but then also they think that maybe he was poisoned and, like, he had a broken leg and, like, all of these other... It just looks like somebody legitimately tried to kill him and failed multiple times.
Yeah, like, it was like he was Rasputin, but out of incompetence.
He was, like, 12! Like...
I think he was 18 at death. I don't know how long
I don't think
lasted.
he was. I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
Well, he was pretty young either way. I don't remember for sure.
I'll get out of the way of my shots.
But, like, such a good narrative that you got going on with his dad being so weird. He also had the world's hottest stepmom. And it's so amazing that so many characters that were, like, very iconic to what we think of as, like, pop mythology for Egypt stuff. They were all just, like, sitting around the same house. It's Akhenaten, which is the dad, and then Tutankhamun is the son. Nefertiti was not Tut's mom, but was another one of the wives of Akhenaten, and she's also one that people remember as being, like, super beautiful because they have that one bust of her face and stuff. Yeah. It's like, it's just all your favorite stars hanging out and dying. And it's just... great, but I don't remember any of the gods.
The one people keep misinterpreting is Cleopatra's bust, too.
Yeah, no, Cleopatra looked nothing like that. We're pretty sure we know as much as possible about
I'm pretty sure
her.
there's an actual bust of Cleopatra somewhere. It's completely different.
She's just a Greek lady.
Yeah, because that was during a point in time where Greece was basically conquering everything.
Yeah.
And they had already instilled their own household into that place. It was unfortunate.
Yeah, and, like, because that was basically part of the Greek Empire, we have way more knowledge about her than of anyone else, so it's not mysterious, it's not fun.
We also have more knowledge of her because she was a scholar. She went out of her way to... She was the only member of her family, for the entirety of her family that actually spoke Egyptian. So she kept a lot of notes about Egyptian stuff all on her own.
Yeah, she was cool. It's just
she's not super cool.
She's not a weirdo.
Yeah, she's remembered really poorly because people remember it from the standpoint of, like, Roman stuff as opposed or Greek stuff rather.
She's known as this legendary seductress.
Yeah, and it's like she actually
everything.
Wasn't at all.
She's the home wrecker, but the home is Rome.
Oh, goddamn.
And it's like, no, that's not really what was going on. But also, she didn't worship like a giant pile of hands.
Look.
So whatever. Hi again! Don't bomb us! Don't bomb us!
Yeah, please don't.
Don't rain on our rodeo.
Also, people in chat were talking about, like, adding fan fiction to Greek myth.
Totally.
Greek myth had a lot of fan fiction, and because we were talking about Egyptian myth, it's important to point it out. Thoth in Greek myth, or in Egyptian myth, is typically treated as being the exact same character as Hermes in Greek myth.
So like, he just wanders around tricking people and delivering mail?
It was to the point that the Greeks considered Thoth to be a misinterpretation of Hermes, and that they were literally the same person. Like, that was actually a very common belief. And sometimes people interpreted Anubis as also being Hermes, in which case Thoth and Anubis, who were brothers who basically worked together, were sometimes viewed as being the same guy.
Who was actually some other guy.
No. It was just, these are different names for them. Not that they were different people. It's just that...
Well, I would say that in general, the Greek gods weren't the Egyptian gods.
I think there was some kind of argument made for, like, oh, and that's not even his real name, and here's what it is instead. And it was... Mm-hmm. Some weird argument. There's an argument for literally, I think it's called, like, the triple Hermes or something like that. Okay, I'm not even kidding. It's almost called that. And
is this like a Three Faces of Eve thing?
No, I don't know. Maybe. And it's just this weird interpretation of, like, hey, Hermes is actually 3 different people, and later on, who the fuck hit me?
Gotcha.
You guys are dicks. Later on, it's like, oh, well, he was actually a family of people, and you can trace their lineage if you want to,
Just
or
hit him with
something
the
like
red
that.
pit.
No, I'm gonna hit him with this first.
Oh, that's true. By the way, almost all of these mythological beings are also characters you can get in Puzzle and Dragon.
Oh yeah, no, these are all things. God damn it!
It's fine.
Fucking Vespa Wasp, come get
you
me,
need
Liz.
bigger wasp, and also it's
Come
not
here.
like you
There
could
we
take
go.
the red pits
Okay.
with you. Yeah.
No, I know, but he just got in my way and it pissed me off.
Yeah, almost all of these, possibly literally all of these, are just things you can get in Puzzle and Dragon,
Yeah,
and
Puzzle
they're
and
great.
Dragon's a great game.
Aten in Puzzle and Dragon is adorable. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. It is a sun with many hands. Sometimes it's wrapped up partially in mummy clothes or something, but it's got a little teeny tiny smiley face. It's an emoji. It's just a little smiley.
Okay, is that a torrent sack? Finally.
Yeah.
I got 3 of them.
Nice.
Oh, I'll finally be able to finish that one fucking quest.
What'd you get?
Jesus,
Flight
Flight Jewel, which enhances airborne. So if I'm in the air and I'm doing hits, that it increases the damage. And this is ice resistance.
Okay. Well, you do a lot of mount shots, so you might do good with an airborne jewel.
Sometimes, but I do kind of avoid it. I have an armor set that does
Largest
that too.
Gyrototus.
Yeah, neat.
Mm-hmm.
The whatchamacallit, they're just gauntlets. They're the gauntlets with like the little spikes on them. Crap. They're made by
Gauntlets with Spike Cestus?
I don't know. They're specifically the ones they're like shovels, and you get them from an herbivore. In this game.
Castodon.
Yeah, the Kestodon
Do
ones
they?
have airborne
Or
on
the-
them. I'm almost
Oh,
positive.
no, they have affinity
Or-
sliding.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. That's sliding. Yeah, you're right. Which it just increases slide attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm dumb. You're
It's
you're
okay.
super correct.
It's okay.
This is not the right place. Where the hell am I going?
Oh man, now it's just Puzzle and Dragon chat, which
Yeah,
is
that's
actually
fine.
great. I don't know the plot of Puzzle and Dragon, but I know it exists.
Yeah, I didn't know Puzzle and Dragon had a plot.
Yeah, okay, so
I play the
you
fuck out of
see,
Puzzle and Dragon. I didn't know it had a
it's
plot.
like there's hints of it. I don't know the full narrative. I'm sure it's like on their website
I
or
know
something.
when the game opens, it tells you that you're looking for like the immortal rainbow dragon.
That's not that big a deal.
No, it's really not.
Yeah. But there's specific sets of characters that clearly have some sort of mythos between them, because it'll be like, oh, this character shows up in the background of this character's art or whatever, and sometimes it's just, oh, these are from the same mythological pantheon, so it's like some of the Isis evolutions have like a sphinx hanging out with her. It's like, sure. And then some of them it's like clearly, oh, this is a dragon tamer who made a contract with this specific
man.
dragon,
Look-
and you can get that dragon.
Look at how big this space is now.
Yeah, it feels good.
I could get so many.
So much honey that you'll never
Oh.
actually use.
I've been using the hell out of the honey. What are
Yeah,
you
but you've
talking
got
about?
more than you were even using. You've got like 300 honey.
I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit 300. Let me see how much it actually
174.
is. 174. That's actually not that much.
That's still a lot.
It's about 30. And how much spider web do I have? 70? I can get rid of the spider
Yeah,
web.
you don't need that anymore.
I can go for 59, 14. Let's do one of these.
Yeah.
And then we will fertilize for this. Like that. That's good.
You've got so few research points again.
I know, but that's because I turned in the Gyrotota's mission. I think my cats came back too.
Oh, good. So you're being referred to as Pooh now because you have so much honey.
Yeah,
And,
well,
I mean, he is silly and old and a bear.
thanks. For all of those.
What? You don't like being old?
Yeah,
I understand,
don't.
but you are.
Let's see. Nothing interesting here. I'm just seeing basically nothing.
That cloth was not sinister.
No, there's no sinister cloth here.
Are you sure it
yeah,
comes
I don't
off
have
of
enough
bone
right
piles?
now.
Yeah.
I don't like. I can't remember. I thought it came off of bone piles, but now I'm starting to question it.
Eh.
Can anybody in chat tell me where the best place to get sinister cloth is?
Off of a sinister tailor.
Yeah, well, from a sinister tailor. You'd buy it if that was the case.
No, you could just rip it off of them.
Yeah, I guess you could beat them up and steal it, but that's pretty
what we do
mean.
with all these monsters.
Okay. Let's go upstairs and take a look around. See if there's anything else we feel like doing real quick.
I don't have any of the extra games for Puzzle and Dragon. We just have the actual app, like the actual regular game.
Isn't there a weird crossover 3DS game that they did?
Yeah,
with
it was
Nintendo?
like Mario in it.
Yeah, I don't know. The concept of that just seems strange to me. Any version of Puzzle and Dragon that's not a mobile gacha game is like, how and why does that work?
I don't know.
Like, I don't get it. Because it feels like at that point you're kind of maybe straying too far from the original concept. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't know. I'm assuming they add other stuff in instead, where it's like
Yeah,
maybe
you
you have an
expect them
avatar
to,
and you run around in
sure.
a place. And then you have puzzles and dragons.
Puzzling dragons.
Yeah, I don't know.
I need more Paolumu pelts for this.
My main team right now is
Get
Masquerade Demon Mel and a bunch of dudes who like turn things into heart orbs.
I don't have this one yet, so I guess I can just make it.
I think my favorites of anything in that game are all of the Chinese beast girls.
Yeah.
Like you got the incarnation of Byakko and Suzaku and all those
yeah.
shit from that one Yu Yu Hakusho tower.
No,
that thing.
those are the cardinal directions given physical form. Is what those are supposed to be.
They also have Digimon based on them.
Kind of, yeah, they do actually. You're super right.
I don't know why I remember
forgot that was a thing. Yeah, you're incredibly correct. Wow, fuck. Like,
I don't know why I remember that specifically. I really don't.
I don't know either.
I think they were in one of the series as like a pantheon.
Yeah, they were in the third one. They were like the last line of defense between the digital world and the red goo that ate everything. They were like the main bosses of the second half of that series. And they beat them, and then it turned out, oh, we're not actually evil. We're just trying to stop this garbage. And it was like, oh no, now it's in the real world, and everybody's a puppet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember all the
garbage is happening.
details.
It was a really good series, but yeah, it's one of the.
Also, it seemed like a lot of the stuff near the end clearly had more expanded like narrative that got cut out.
I think it did. I think that series was written by.
I think that's true of every single series, though, so I can't really hold it against them.
Vol Hazak stuff is weird. It takes.
What's weird?
Just the Vol Hazak stuff takes like Xenojiva right at the end.
Yeah.
Also, I guess they couldn't have it inflicting like the weird decay tainted.
Yeah, you can't just swing a
thing.
Fluvium because that opens up a can of worms about
It'd be
elements.
really cool if they could, but they just made it dragon damage instead, and it's like, oh, why not just go for like poison?
Yeah, poison would make sense too, but it's maybe not like it's too mundane for the top tier item.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems strange to me the way that they had it. That's Tobikadachi. Sorry, I'm just looking through my weapons now. Nergigante. I need
Do you have
two
a water
tails for
element
that.
tree, like a Giratotus tree?
The one I'm wearing right now is technically.
Is that the only one?
That might be the only one that I have currently. I can go in and check where the Giratotus is. Really quick. This will take me a second, though. Roth, water elemental tree.
It takes
starts with
Giratotus.
Giratotus, yeah.
You need an
It takes
Aquasac.
Aquasacs.
That's the low-level rare cap.
Yeah, well, the lowest version, it comes off of the bone tree, too, by the way.
Yeah.
But
So
then
does
I
the
need,
Switch Axe.
like, an Aquaset, or an Aquasac, rather, and then Gadjao and Giratotus, and then more Giratotus.
You've got almost
and more
everything you
Giratotus.
need.
Yeah, I just need, well, Torrent Sacs there.
Oof.
And it's just Giratotus all the way down, basically.
And yet doesn't have it in the name. The Switch Axes do, and they have just like some red fins going off like how the armor does.
Looks like this. It's not even themed around Giratotus at all.
Yeah,
It just looks like a weird bone
Because the
blade.
Switch Axe totally is.
Yeah, I don't know.
In fact, we could see it if we go into the Switch Axe tree,
yeah,
because
sure.
you should be able to.
Is this it?
Yeah,
probably
just go
it.
all the way down. Bone. There it is.
Gyrototus. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Madness
no,
Axe. It's got
straight
Gyrototus.
up just Gyrototus. You're
and
right.
then there's
yeah.
called the Gyrodrow.
And the Paolumu stuff too. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
What does some of the weird shit for this one look
Ooh,
like?
there's stuff here I haven't seen because
Yeah.
I don't have it that far.
Like this one?
Yeah. What's the thing
Wanna
above?
see what that looks like?
Neat. There's some things above that I didn't recognize
hold on.
either.
I gotta go all the way down to the bottom to make it work again.
Yeah, I don't have everything here.
Black Steel?
It goes into Teostra.
Yep,
That's
that's
interesting.
how Black
Can I see
Steel
the Kieran?
tends to go. Yeah.
It's not as fancy as I was hoping.
No,
it probably
it's-
looks cool
I mean,
when
it's
it's
kind
open.
of big, but it's like, yeah. I think most of the Kieran stuff is just really large and awkward looking,
Yeah.
honestly. Diablos, Valhazak.
Yeah, the
pretty
problem with
generic,
Switch
honestly.
Axes is that you can't see their full splendor without actually having in your hand.
It would be nice if they had an option for that.
Dying Light, damn.
Yeah, the Dying Light. You know what I'm gonna go for? Let's do a Nergigante. You want to do a
Okay.
Nergigante? I feel like a Nergigante.
You feel like a Nergigante?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
feel like I
hungry?
am. I might currently be hungering for Elder Dragons. Yes.
You're hungry and angry
Uh,
and prickly.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
before I do that, though, let's get a handful of points at Wildspire real quick. We'll just
Okay.
go in and do that thing we do.
Oh shit, those are okay.
Are those
so
plushes?
I think so.
Oh, those are
So
super
it was
cute.
Shatika posted a picture of
Yeah.
some Puzzle and Dragon merch, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't know they made like physical. I've got I want to say all three of those little vaguely looks like Pokemon starter looking things in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Maybe they're figurines,
I can't tell from here.
but they're super fucking cute.
Those look like flesh.
So that's on the list.
Yeah. No, those are super cute.
It's on my list of someday I swear to God I'll get this along
Excuse
with
me.
like a big sis Prinny and a Tonberry plush. I found a Tonberry plush once and it was like $40.
I think we were talking about when we were doing Tau for the Blaze Blue that we do once a week on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
When I was looking, when we were doing the actual Tau stuff, you were talking about it, and you're like, "Oh, I bet they make Tau plush, and I'd like to get a Tau plush." And
It
all
was
this
the
other stuff.
Kaka babies that I
Yeah,
wanted.
and you were talking about the Kaka babies would be super cute too, and I'm like, yeah, and I was like, I bet they make them, and I bet they make them in spades, and I looked it up, and there is no official version of that at all.
Yeah, like there's a Tau
for
Kaka
either
plushie,
of
right?
them.
I think we found no.
I don't think there's any official ones at
We
all.
found was it an official Jubei?
Yeah, we found an official Jubei, but I think they don't make Tau, or if they do, they're so rare I didn't even find them on like eBay or Amazon. They were just the only ones I could find were the ones that were like custom made by fans.
Which is great, and also means
yeah, no,
that you could
I mean, they're
potentially,
amazing, but-
if you find someone who's made them and actively takes commissions, they'd have the pattern. You could pick other cloth if you're willing to pay for it. So you could
Yeah.
just get one in a color,
Hey, look, it's this
theoretically. Yeah, the Linean researcher. He's got nothing left for you to do, I'm sure.
guy. Probably. I mean, I've literally done all of the liney and everything in this game,
Yep.
so could be it.
I think the endemic life researcher and the Piscean researcher might have just stuff to do because we don't
It
go
says
on
that he's trying to talk to you,
expeditions.
though. Can it be? You've really made friends with the local Grimalkins, the Protectors? By my jittery heartbeat. Oh, you should see a doctor about that.
Yeah, like a heart murmur?
What fortuitous news. Thank goodness all the Grimalkins that got separated are safe. And now we know where they live. Wonderful. Off I go then by my sweaty brow. We'll be understanding each other in no time. You're very sweaty and your heart rate is jittery, my friend. You need a physician.
He's had too much coffee.
It sounds like he might be on the verge of like a heart attack.
Maybe.
I hate it if he, just
Yeah.
died in a cat den or something. Like,
I don't want. Oh, yeah, they might eat his
the
face.
Grimalkins would eat him.
Yeah, they just eat all of them, I guess.
Ugh, terrifying.
But like, I don't want the Catman to have anything bad happen to him. He seems nice.
Yeah. Somebody said that's a missed opportunity, and yes, it is. There's literally no reason for them not to have made plush of the Kaka kittens or of Tau Kaka herself or anything like that.
Yeah,
it is a massive missed opportunity. There is no reason for them to have not done that.
I would take flesh of a lot of those characters. Like, I know they make, like little anime vinyl keychains of, like, the clip art of character chibis and whatever. I've seen those before. But, like...
I think I've seen those in person, in people.
Just Arakune beanbag.
Yeah, well, okay, that one seems a little strange to me, but okay.
No, come on. They probably make no-face beanbags somewhere.
I don't know if they do, but maybe. I'm not sure.
So, it wouldn't be too different.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I feel like needs to be merchandised more, which is that side of me that's, like, clearly a capitalist whale. It's like, oh, make this thing so I can buy the thing. And it's like, I know that's not necessarily
so that I can
useful.
Use money on it.
Yeah, like, it's not a useful thing to desire, because it's like, I don't have all that much money. I don't have all that much space to put a million things.
Yeah, no, to some extent. It's totally, completely true.
But, like, I'm still gonna say it. I'm still gonna say, if you've made a piece of media, just any company, any person, like webcomics, just scrawlings of OCs on DeviantArt, if you have the ability to make a, like, physical version of thing, I probably want it.
Yeah. This is a really easy way to get points, but at the same time, it's really boring, so I'm glad that we at least have some conversation that we can drop here.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to do, like, one more, and then I think we'll go do the NERGIGANTE. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that we had about 1,000.
So that you could get your Tail Raiders going.
Yeah, so that I could get my Tail Raiders back out there. Yeah,
that's fine. You could also potentially do another check in the Ancient Forest for... Are you going in the wrong direction?
Oh, whoops, yeah.
Yeah, do another quick check in the Ancient...
Oh, it's a double check.
Hi, do you like eggs, big boy?
I'm still going in the wrong direction. I think that's what I get for reading chat, because I kept running in the wrong direction because I was looking down. Well, this is unfortunate.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I mean, probably. I don't think you can actually come in here, so...
Although the
Omenfly is freaking out.
You'll just go into your camp and you can't go there. I hope he doesn't eat the cat man.
Nah.
But yeah, go look for them birds real quick in the forest too.
If he ate the cat man, he'd run the risk of having his heart attack instead. So he's not going to do that. I can't leave.
That's how it works. Is it because you're in combat?
It's because I'm technically in combat, even though I'm,
Can you enter the camp and cancel that out? Like,
yeah,
enter the tent?
Maybe. I'll enter the tent and then leave, and we'll see if that actually fixes it.
It might.
I don't... Nope. I don't like how they do combat in this game, where it's literally like, okay, you've entered combat, alright, now wait like 10 minutes. It's a gigantic pain in the butt. I don't want to go and kill the Devil Joe, because he hasn't done anything to me, other than this annoying garbage.
You could go out a different tunnel and end up in, like, the water area, and then that might be far enough.
I don't know, maybe. Is there another tunnel down here?
You have to go up a bit, but yes.
Yeah, well. All right.
Go up and, like, to the right.
I'm gonna go up into the left.
Oh,
that was enough. Look at that.
His music was still going on.
Yeah, I know. That was weird. I don't know what the hell happened there.
I don't know.
Okay.
If someone creates a pattern for a teeny tiny Arakune Beanie Baby and then, like, offers commissions on that pattern and lets me pick a different color, like, 100% I'm getting a cheese Arakune.
Just a cheese Arakune? Yeah. Like the big yellow horrible tang one? But what about, I mean, like a beanbag shaped like Tager?
I mean, he's a much more squared off design, so a beanbag doesn't seem like the right.
And then he'd have like a squishy rest of his body underneath him. It's nighttime. I don't think the birds are going to be around.
I've caught them at night.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, forget what I said then.
Yeah, I mean, they're rare. They might just not show up.
Yeah, potentially. I'm not seeing any.
What about those ones that are off to the side?
I'm kind of looking. These aren't them, right?
Yeah, that's them.
Oh, was it? Okay, then they're farther forward than they usually are. That's. I
mean, they wander. And I want to say this herd is the same herd that sometimes travels up into the next section. Okay. So there's probably not guys there if they're here.
Yeah.
but then there are some up in 8.
Okay, then I'll go up into 8. And we'll
Yeah,
check
and if there's not
and...
there, oh well.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if you do find them, it's 200 research points per bird, and they cluster together, so you can catch like 3.
Yeah, yeah. Carl is Megan's favorite BlazBlue character, right?
Ban him from chat, except don't.
Well, I can't ban Carl. He doesn't talk in chat.
Ban Carl Clover from everything.
You want me to add Carl Clover to like the list of banned words in our chat? Because I guess I could do that.
That actually would be more annoying than funny.
Yeah, no. Where are the...
Yeah, you're going in the right direction.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jagras are out, so maybe, like, to the right, there should be a little section where they hang.
Ah, there's some.
Yeah. So this one does not have birds. There's one on the other side of the log.
I saw the one.
Oh, no.
There's 2 over there, and I'm not seeing anything on either.
Who's coming in and scaring them?
Jagresses.
Is it just the Jagresses?
I think it's just the Jagresses. I'm not recognizing this music as being for anyone. It's not like Devil Joe. I would expect Anjanath potentially, but I don't think it's Anjanath. Oh, it's that.
Hi.
It's Arabian. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go after him.
Might
I mean,
as
I'm not
well.
going to actually fight him, but he's annoying me because he's here.
So you might as well just hit him.
Yeah, so I'm just going to beat on him a little bit to teach him a lesson.
If you break any parts, you get bonus items for that, even if you don't.
Yes, I do.
So,
That's
you know,
true.
Might as well. If you can cut his tail, then he'll never bother you again.
Yeah, he'll be awfully pissed off.
Oh.
Oh, well, I hit the ground.
Well,
Didn't really
that's
matter,
fine. The Jagras are trying to hurt him. Good luck, boys.
I wish Jagresses had some kind of elemental damage that they could do, or like
Well,
a status effect, rather.
If you awaken them, they'll do water damage.
No, I meant like a status, though. Like if they could do like the... Because how the
Yeah, like the
Gyros do paralysis or whatever.
But that would be too powerful for early game.
Probably? Yeah. I mean, probably.
Yeah. Like, you would have hated it if, like, the very first mission could give you poison or whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
No, I missed him. I hit that Jagras behind him, though,
Yeah, what the
apparently.
hell? That Jagras is on our side.
I know. I don't know how the fuck that hit him. Maybe that didn't actually hit him. Maybe he got hit by something else. Just looked like he got hit by that. Ah, fuck. Okay. Rathalos has this thing that he does in every Monster Hunter.
Where he kills you?
No. Where he'll roar, and then immediately upon roaring, he'll shoot a fireball as he backs up. So while you're still like stunned by the roar, he'll do that weird backup in the fireball where he'll do just an absolute ton of damage at you. And it's basically free damage for him. Like, he doesn't have to worry about anything.
Ooh, you going after Queen Wiggler?
I figured if it's nighttime, we may as well check.
It's worth it. Have a good night, Rookmao.
Yeah, have a good night, Rookma.
Yeah, hell yeah, follow.
Yeah, go ahead and follow.
I mean, obviously we're biased.
Yeah, honestly, we are pretty biased about it, but hey. And if you do, we get to hear a fancy saying. Well, it's a little sound clip, but you know. Should happen. If it doesn't happen, there's a problem.
Is the icon green? I don't
No, it's
understand
fine.
Twitch.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't quite understand it either. Also, there is a potential for it to have broken between now and the last time that it worked. I don't know. It sounds dumb, but the Streamlabs has an issue. But it should be fine.
I think the first time I attempted with my account to follow this account, like, I accidentally did the wrong one because there's two types.
Yeah.
Like, friending and following are different or something.
Yeah, they are. I'm pretty sure. There was none over here, right? Like, none of them were?
Nah, they mostly hang out down near the first camp.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if any of them were hanging out in this camp, but...
Nah. Just the
not
little
very
ones by
many
the
of them.
entrance.
Yeah. Just those little 3. totally forgot what I was going to say.
That Streamlabs sometimes acts wonky.
Oh yeah, no, Streamlabs tends to be pretty wonky.
Yeah, it could just be that it turned off, so I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
They're here! Under the floorboards! And then, like, a pizza shows up.
More people under our floorboards.
Anyways, have a good
Where did they
night.
come
Thank you for
from?
showing up.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone
we
for ever
appreciate
showing
when
up.
everybody shows up and follows. It's really nice of all of you. Thank you so much.
And also for the people who watch these afterwards
Are
on
those
YouTube.
fish running away on land?
They will occasionally try it, but not very well. Also, since we're in the area, if you happen to see a coral bird, but it's like a little bit bigger and it's like purple, you'll want to get that too.
Okay. I'm not sure what the hell I'm picking up at this point. Like,
Hop guppies, they're not
Okay.
worth much.
This is it's such a small body of water.
I know. I don't know how they got there.
What the fuck?
This whole ecosystem's weird, though. Who knows?
Yeah, it's so strange.
Ironically, this area has very little other, like, fishing spots.
I'm not seeing any pink ones here.
Yeah, try one of the other clusters, because there's a few.
I don't remember where all the clusters are, honestly.
Just make a big circle, you're bound to see them. Yeah, like, there's this area, and there's, like, areas in, like, the weird pockets of the map that also are fishing. But, like, despite being oceany, it's not very wet.
Yeah, no. Are
Okay,
you
go
seeing
to the
any
right.
over here? Because I'm not
No,
really.
they'll be kind of obvious. I've seen the screen cap of what it looks like. Its head is, like, bright. Oh,
That?
yeah.
That
Ghillie
one
suit.
there?
Ghillie
It's,
suit.
like, right exactly there?
Hell yeah. It only took us
I don't
one
have the
real
ghillie suit.
Oh, shit. Well, crouch, I
Yeah,
guess.
crouching is my best option then.
Oh, my God. Be careful.
I'm being I need that Kelby to move the fuck out of my way, though.
This might be close enough. You gotta
It
arc
is, but
it, though.
I gotta watch out for the Kelby, too, because I would have hit the Kelby.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Got a
Wiggler
Wiggler Queen. A rare creature that appears only on moonlit nights. Watch it dance on the breeze. It is a truly magical sight.
And it's 180 points. It's pretty good for you.
Yeah. Okay. So now I can just get the hell out of here. Like, I can just go.
And you'll fight a Nergigante.
Yep, gonna go fight a Nergigante.
After your tail raiders go in.
Yes, I'm gonna put the tail raiders out first.
I feel pretty good. We didn't get the Downy Crakes, but we got Wigglers. We got... What else did we catch? I mean, you got butterflies.
Yes. We've got a fair number of weird things today.
Hell yeah. We killed a Geratodus and it actually worked this time.
Yeah, we finished that up and we got what was left of the stuff. We technically have everything for the cat now. As far as like the Autumn Festival stuff goes. And Autumn Festival for ourselves as well, obviously.
Yeah, technically you can still get all the Autumn Festival low rank versions if you really wanted completion.
I don't know why I'd really want that, but...
Yeah, but I mean,
fair
if we're
enough.
going to continue doing stuff during the Autumn Festival.
Honestly, I don't know if it's really beneficial to us to continue.
Yeah, you may want to take a firework out to the field with you.
You know
and
what?
just
Maybe
shoot
I'll
them
do
off.
that, sure.
They just look like a firework. Oh, yeah, thank you, Shanika. We also got that pilot hair. That's what I was thinking that we got that was rare.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can you put the Wiggler Queen out?
Yeah, sure. Do you have a Wiggler Queen?
No.
Awesome. Okay.
Awesome. You have something I don't.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's
half
why
of
I
the
said
game
it.
plot finished. Yeah, no, I just go
Okay,
around and
giant
hunt
vigor
pets
wasp,
and
giant
stuff.
vigor wasp.
I don't have a giant wasp
More of the
yet.
giant wasps out? No, I've only got the
No.
two. Okay. Paratoad, can I replace him with anything
I
interesting?
think the Wigglers have to go in the pot.
No, yeah. I think the Wigglers do. I think you're right. There's my Wiggler Queen.
She's a little more wiggly.
Yeah, and she's much brighter. Oh,
Oh.
she's shy.
Oh,
Her
she clips
ears
a little.
clip out of the box. There it is, though. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
She's so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, I love everything in this room is amazing. I got my
Even the
flying
parrot, though.
jellyfish. Well, maybe not everything.
George the 13th is the best. He is.
Yeah, I mean he's okay, I guess. Let's see here. So what I want to do is manage items, and I want to put that honey away.
put them traps away.
Or put them traps away because we're
Pranks.
going after an elder dragon. Sushi fish scale, keep that. Keep this. Put that away. I'll keep the armor skin. I'll keep the dash juice. Well done steak. I can get rid of the mulberry.
Yeah, he doesn't do any blights.
I don't think he does, yeah. I'll pick up, if I have more of it, I don't. I need my devil drugs. Sorry, demon drugs.
You're
Slightly
Dr.
different.
Pepper.
Yeah. Give me my Dr. Pepper and my... What did we figure this out was?
Lemonade.
What, lemonade?
And dash juice is gravy.
Disgusting, but okay.
Dr. Pepper lemonade's pretty weird too.
Yeah. It's almost like the worst kind of Harry Palmer.
What?
It's a lemonade.
An Arnold Palmer?
Yeah, Arnold Palmer. What did I say?
Harry Palmer?
Oh God, disgusting! I don't even want to think about what that is. That's.
I mean,
Ugh.
there's two ways to take it. One of them is just it's some sort of weird Harry Potter themed black tea lemonade, and the
Yeah.
other is gross.
No, those are both gross.
The other is a joke I'm not going to complete.
Yeah, I'm not going to either. Let's do Nergigante already. Should I switch Tau over? Nah, Tau's fine.
Tao's perfect.
I was wondering if I should make Tau not a ghost, but I think I'll go with Ghost Tau. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, the difference is minimal when she's
It
immortal.
really is. It's pretty small.
Yeah, like as long as her weapon is effective, the rest is fine.
Yeah. So quest counter, and we'll do new quest.
I wish that the armor did give you like, I guess skill would be the wrong word for
God,
it.
I've never noticed this. When this optional quest is available, it adds an entirely different level that only it appears in. And I'm sorry to have cut you off. It's just look at this level 9 quest.
Yeah, that's weird. What was I saying?
Something about ghosts. Ghost Tau. When she's
don't
mortal or
remember.
not, and
I remember that it's just if the weapon's good, it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, that's
Yeah, whatever I was saying before that,
I'm
I
sorry.
fucking forgot.
I'm really sorry.
It's okay. This is a frequent thing that happens.
I know.
Is that like I'll be like stream of conscious rambling. If you cut the stream, it doesn't come back. It's just I'm like that. It's fine.
Okay.
So what I looked up may have not been a complete list of all the rare pets, but
yeah, fair
it
enough.
looked like some types don't have a rare version.
Okay.
So there's, as far as I know, like no rare dung beetle. It's just the dung beetles and like the bomb beetles.
Fair enough.
There's no rare toad. It's just like some of them only show up here. What else? There was a rare. There were a few rare fish. We've encountered one of them. It's like a marlin that we don't have. There's a bunch of stuff, but like
marlin?
yeah, like in the fishing areas, like in the ocean. There's just a marlin and he's big.
Huh, I don't immediately remember that, but I bet I would if I saw it.
Yeah. But, like, not everything... that was our assumption, was that everything basically has a shiny version.
Does it not?
Not everything, as far as I know.
Huh. Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, let me think. I want to say... I know there's one for the Pteryx, and we've got the hare, we've got the bigger wasp. There's no rare flash fly, pretty sure.
Wait. Am I making a big mistake here?
What did you do?
I walked in with the Kuliyaku head on.
Have you had that on this whole time?
Yep.
I thought you checked and didn't have it on.
No, I checked earlier and I didn't have it on, but it's been a bit since
Oh, right,
then.
you did the egg.
Yeah. I did the egg gathering, and when I did the egg gathering, I switched my helmet.
Fabmies, what is your palico named? It's not Tau, but now you're referring to your palico as Tau because ours is Tau. I've done that a few times on these streams where mine are, her name is Miss Stare. I accidentally called her Tau at least once.
Oh, that's not the one I want.
But yeah, like what's your cat's name? Let's just talk about our cats.
I mean, if you wanna.
Miss Stare is a character from Laserwing, which is my webcomic, and she's like green, and her armor pigments are pink for the head and green for the body, which looked pretty good on the Zora Magdaros armor, which she had on before she became a ghost. And for my girl account, the one that's Megan, the cat his name is Mael, Mael, and he is the character he's based off of is a zombie. And he's normally purple, so it's like, I made him like a weird dark purple. Doesn't work. But now he's a ghost, and that makes sense.
Our cat is Tao. She's named after Tao. There you go.
She's the guardian of the Kaka clan.
Yeah, except now she's a cat that I just carry around with me when I'm hunting monsters.
Which I think makes you lychee.
I certainly don't look like it, but alright.
Yeah. Okay, Fafney says Palico's name is Zeltrek.
Okay.
Zelrech? No, I said it wrong the first time. Zelrech.
Oh.
It sounds like the name of a,
Slayer's character.
Maybe, yeah. Just sounds like a real badass grizzled cat.
Hey, pay attention to me.
Yes, Tao is colored after Sauce and also Fuzzy, which was a cat that Josh had.
Yeah, they look very similar, apparently.
There's a lot of orange striped cats.
Yeah, I guess.
There's a lot of real life Garfields just looking to find a home. Or retroactively that we remember because we were like 5 years old.
We gave them a home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get hit hard. Okay. Maybe I'm being a bit too aggro. I'm not sure.
Apparently, Zelrech is a character from Tsukihime, which I've heard of. It's about vampires, I'm pretty sure.
I don't immediately recognize them. I think I could, generally speaking, kind of figure out what the name is based on the title,
Moon
maybe?
Princess.
Yeah.
That's what those words mean.
I was gonna say, because that just means Moon Princess, so... Is it by chance Sailor Moon?
Nah. Now, I have a friend who I think, like, went through that whole thing and, like, explained some of it to me because it was weird.
Oh,
it was
good.
like, it's about vampires, but not, or some weird, I don't know. It was like anime vampires.
Like, fair
and stuff.
enough. Anime vampires is just a type of vampires.
Pretty much. Like,
Oh
they're
my
never
God.
traditional Draculas, and they usually have some sort of aspect of, like, there's a little bit of Vash the Stampede, and a little bit of, like, a Jiangshi, and a little bit of, like, a yokai in them.
Fucking... I almost got that hit in one more time. That was so good. I was doing so good.
You'll always be doing good. Nergigantes are... Oh, shit.
Yeah, not
Tao
when he's
help.
on me like this. Like,
Thank you.
Tao didn't do anything. I did that.
She was holding a thing. Did she not... Tao?
Yeah, she didn't do her Tao stuff.
Well, I guess the Nergigante got in the way. But yeah, you can take this guy. You'll be fine.
I've fought tons of them in the past. It's just...
Yeah.
Like...
Do you have a goal for fighting him this time? Was it just
get
you felt
tails.
like it?
I need 2 tails.
Oh, okay.
I'm usually only lucky enough to get about 1, so we'll see if I can get more than 1.
Okay. Yeah, like you can get the literal tail from his tail and then get a
You
tail
can
as
get a tail as a reward.
a reward for cutting his tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on the off chance that you don't get the tail they suffer that.
Yeah.
Oh my...
Since we started talking about our game characters and stuff, remind me of something that I was gonna bring up. Maybe
Okay.
not on stream, but just in general. I like a month ago had been talking about Skyrim like a little
Yeah.
bit. And I had drawn a picture of my Skyrim character and posted
Okay.
it, and it got like a weirdly large amount of notes because I guess there's actually like a lot of people that just really like orcs just as a thing.
Yeah,
Which I
that's
didn't
a
know. I
thing.
thought like it was gonna be like elves, where it's like, oh, it's just a
Nope.
human with like features. So it's not
Nope.
that. It's not like being a fan of like the furry races or being a fan of like vampires.
Not quite it isn't. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like no one really cares about elves. That
Nope.
oh shit. Didn't
People
realize they
people
did
actually really like orcs. That's,
yeah, I didn't realize that, and yeah, apparently this month is Orktober.
I'm not surprised, but all right.
Yeah. I don't know if it's one of those Inktober things where it's like you got a list, but I noticed like there's an Orktober tag on Tumblr and stuff.
Neat.
And it's just like there's just a whole community of people who like orcs. I wouldn't search that tag at work.
Yeah, I wouldn't search it either.
I mean, don't search Tumblr at
I might
work.
just not search it ever, to be honest.
Yeah. I might have to draw another picture of her for attention.
Maybe. That's the kind of attention you want, I mean, go for it.
Yeah, I have not played Skyrim in like a month. Been too busy with other things. So I have no idea what her grim fate will eventually be.
Oh, goodness me.
Last I checked, she was just sort of, like, scuttling around in the shadows of towns and being a vampire and biting shit.
Yeah. Oh, am I out at I'm at a crystal burst.
And there's some stone around here somewhere.
There is.
But it's not
my
good enough?
crystals. Well, it's fine. I'll go for it if I run into it, but it's not super important that I do this right now because I am still trying to fight this monster. So we'll see what up. But oh, jeez.
There is actually a ton of like Inktober related stuff that you can find. Like everyone's got to make their own list and give it a different pun name. So it's like Inktober or Arttober or Orktober. I've heard in the past Owltober, which is like sure.
I guess we were just talking about owls and Halloween, so.
Well, like everyone does this shit in October for some reason. Like it's never just like draw things. Because I guess
unless they do it in November and then they call it something else that rhymes with no.
I guess. Orkfember, whatever.
Well, that one's not going to be a big thing.
Yeah. But like sometimes they don't have like a pun in them. They're just really awkward sounding.
Oh,
but,
this
like,
is bad.
Like, I will probably never participate in one of these Inktober sort of things, because I already have a blog that updates with art daily, so it's like, what am I gonna do? Just every day I'll draw another silly Pokemon.
That's what you do every day anyway.
It's like, I don't have enough room to put another daily thing in for a month.
I think the idea is that a lot of other people don't do daily stuff.
Yeah, and also the original intent was that Inktober's like, oh, do you normally do digital art? Well, now try ink, and it's a little different.
Yeah, but people don't really do that so much anymore.
Well, a lot of people do.
They just make it art related, not so much ink.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do it, and then some people, like, it's like, ink is just harder to do, so we don't have time. I don't really care. Like, I genuinely don't care.
I should have expected him to do that, too.
Oh, thank you. Shadika pointed out there is Mer-May, which is when you draw mermaids in May.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a few people who do that.
I
also do not do that.
I want to know more about the story and that everything is dry, dusty, and parched visually. Novel they played with the vampire dog, but it's weird not to hear the Hundera voices when the characters speak. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Anything that we do where we do voices, if you start hearing the characters and you no longer hear the voices, it gets kind of confusing.
Yeah, so just pretend that someone somewhere is talking like this.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Oh, God.
And then someone else is Solid Snake.
It's like one of two voices, sure. Let me see. I need a max potion. And let me see here.
Did you get the carve off of that tail before you died?
Nope.
No.
Gotta go back and get it.
Yep.
That should probably be enough because I think I only really need the... Oh, I didn't. Hold on.
That was good imagery. Just this sinister pumpkin man carving and like sharpening his knife.
Yeah. You know, if you wait long enough for them to do that, it counts as an actual sharpen.
I think it's just going in and out counts as a sharpen, doesn't it?
I don't know. Maybe that's all that it is. I can't actually tell you.
No, I disagree. I don't know if that even shows up.
I don't do that on purpose. That just happens.
Like, at the YouTube resolution, does that even show up?
Yeah, that shows up.
Okay.
And it's not YouTube resolution right now. It would be the Twitch
stream
resolution.
Yeah, but like when it shows up later, like
yeah,
is it just
shows
gonna
up either
sound
way.
like every time I point it out, it's just gonna sound like I'm suddenly disagreeing with something?
People can see it. People can see.
Okay.
People should be able to read everything on screen.
All right. I mean, sometimes you can't read everything on
yeah,
screen.
Yeah, but that's because
I'm
blind as hell.
Yeah, it's just I want to be careful, and also sometimes like it'll be buffering on someone's YouTube or whatever. So it's like maybe it's blurry.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I just want to be careful when it's really small text.
Let's see. Am I all powered up right now? Yeah. Okay, I'm looking good. Let's do this shit. Get more crystal burst. Go back and carve that tail.
And then just kill the guy.
Yeah.
Eventually, that's the goal.
Yeah. Well, the goal is to murder him outright, yes. I'd capture him if I could, but you know how that goes.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad that other monsters don't show up during this mission, because I'd love to see him just, like... What if it was all Elder... Hi!
You were saying?
What the fuck? What the fuck, you guys?
Yeah, I didn't know this could happen. This is terrifying.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to watch this or if I want to run, because holy shit. Do I at least... No, I don't even have my normal mantles right now. I was thinking I could wear the ghillie suit, but that's clearly not an option right now.
Oh my god.
Are they both leaving? Yeah. Neither of them wants to deal with this. What the actual fuck? I didn't know that could happen.
Yeah, I was just in the middle of saying, it's like, even if it's like they won't let regular monsters on here, then the Elder Dragon should show up. And then there he is. There he fucking is.
Fuck? Is he limping already? He is. He's almost dead.
Alright. You don't want to go after Tiestra?
Did I get his tail? I
did,
you did. Right? Okay. Not really.
Tiestra's gone.
Yeah, I don't feel like
He just came in to fuck with Nergigante, lost, and just decided to leave.
Yeah. He's like, nah, fuck this, I'm out. I don't want to fuck with the eater of Elder Dragons.
They were just standing next to each other for a while, too. He was just sitting there real calm-like.
It was like they were sizing each other up. It was so cool. I didn't know that could happen.
Yeah, what the...
I wonder if that only happens when Nergigante fights, and if literally the Elder Dragons show up just to do damage and then run. Because that feels realistic for how that would work.
It would make sense for them to want to kill this thing that tries to eat them.
Or, it makes sense for him to show up in areas where they would be likely to be so that he could eat them, yeah.
Yeah, when they say he eats Elder Dragons, though, it feels kind of unclear if they mean all of them or if he's just really into Zora Magdaros.
I don't know.
Like, presumably that's not the only thing he could eat, because they're probably pretty rare. But, like... I feel like this guy going after, like, a Kushala Daora or Kirin or something seems a little impractical. If his preferred prey is something just absolutely massive, then going after the smaller things, it's like, I mean, they put up a better fight, and they're less meat when you actually kill them. Like, I don't know. Go after some big, slow lava slug.
You mean the big snapping turtle? Because that's all he is just a big old, like, red turtle.
Sometimes he wiggles around on his tummy and it's like a slug. Not literally.
Not a lot.
This is what came to mind when I was trying to describe it.
Fair enough. I wish I could break his horns before this fight ends, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Well, you can focus on it, I guess.
Yeah, it's really not worth it. I just think about it and I'm like, oh, breaking his horns would be an interesting one, because I do that all the goddamn time, but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, he's clearly not letting you near his face.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the idea of me going anywhere near his face right now. He's done. He's unhappy. He's pretty mad, because I woke him up anyway, so...
Yeah. I wish those bombs had gone off properly.
I did. Well, I set them off, but yeah, they exploded when he was right above them, so I don't think he actually got hit by them.
Yeah.
It's a little unfortunate.
Was that slope not one you could jump?
I thought it was, but apparently not.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's just not a direct enough drop.
Yeah, it's not enough of like a cliff face, I guess.
It's a gradual decline, so it doesn't treat it as something you can jump off.
Yeah.
In which case, you'd think you should be able to slide, although it's too small to do that very well.
Oh, I'm out. Yeah, he's doing that thing where he accidentally knocks a lot of the crystals off at the top.
Good, I hope it hurts him.
It doesn't usually, but I kind of hope it does every time I see it. Yeah.
What the?
Nope, I missed. He slid over me somehow.
Oh well, at least we got some piercing pods.
Oh, there's his face.
Can you get both horns?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
He has 2 horn breaks.
Maybe you'll get lucky.
I don't think I will, but just in case. I mean, I'll hit him in the face.
In the face, just in case. I don't know why the rhyme was
yeah.
so funny to me.
Me neither. I don't really even. I didn't
Out
think
loud,
of
it
it as
was
being all
not
that funny.
great.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, good. I was staggered. It wasn't working so good. I really wish Devil Joe would show up to this fight for no reason.
God,
like,
yes.
Because he's not even an Elder Dragon. It would be so out of place and weird. But if he showed up, it would just be like, oh, okay.
They'd
just
try to
two
eat each
eaters. Yeah. The Eater of Worlds and the Eater of Everything.
No, the Eater of Everything is the Eater of Worlds, and the Nergigante is just the Eater of Elder Dragons.
Yeah.
I imagine Nergigante would like try
hell.
to take a bite out of Devil Joe and just be like, this isn't Elder, this is Pickle.
Yeah, why am I eating a pickle?
As opposed to, I'm sure Elder Dragons
Give me
off
my
an
horse
energy.
meat.
Yeah, like there's probably some weird dragon energy nonsense going off in like horse meat.
I'm surprised there's not like a weird animation for them showing up where he bites into something and you just get like dragon blast in his mouth. And then he gets supercharged or something dumb as hell like that.
I mean,
I
do
don't
you
know.
want him supercharged?
Eh, maybe not so much, but still.
Yeah.
Just saying. I saw a lot of people calling for like they wanted people to bring in what's it called? Gormagala. And people were pointing out that bringing in Gormagala, which is the big box art monster from the 4th game. Let's see, hold on, I want to make sure and see if I have any tails.
You'd be able to tell it's got its own icon.
Yeah, it does, and I don't see any. Damn it.
Sorry.
I mean, that's fine, but I don't know. But anyway, Gormagala has his own mechanics in the 4th game that literally involve frenzy, which is making monsters like twice as strong as they normally are. And it's like people pointed out that he'll probably never be like an update to this game, because in order to do that, it would basically require them to rebuild like half the fucking game around it. But it would be cool if they did, because then you could have like frenzy monsters, and on top of that you could have like a frenzied whatchamacallit? Shiny monsters, purple.
Tempered?
Yeah, you could have like a tempered frenzy monster, and that would be unbelievably strong. And then if you add G rank in, it gets even worse.
I think it would be neat if they added, and I know you're going to try and tell me this can't happen, Cedius and Genmoran.
Not without swimming, it's not going to happen.
Well, if they do it like the Genmoran, where it's on a boat for at least part of it, they could do that on the ocean with Cedius. Maybe make him a little cooler, because he's an interesting idea. He's just this big ancient Leviathan creature, but like he wasn't that bad a fight.
No,
and
he was a fun fight, but you had to have the swimming to make it work. I don't think it would work without it.
Well, just have it be like you got a team on a boat and you do the ballistas thing, and then eventually it beaches him, but he can still like spit water at you or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be a big thing to have to add, though. I understand.
It would. It would be like gigantic, honestly.
You need more gravy.
I think I have gravy somewhere. Maybe I don't.
You've got powdered gravy, but you need to stir it up.
Do you want to call it quits, or do you want to maybe go with like one more fight?
I would like you to do one more check for Aptonoth birds.
Okay.
But you may want to do it in a mission, so that you have something to fight afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I'll think about it. Give me a minute.
Yeah, like look at what your investigations offer for being in like the ancient forest or whatever.
Yeah. Well, because I'm thinking about it, and it's like, well, that could be interesting. But you know what I might actually want to do? Instead, hold on. I need to craft some of these. Almost, yeah, I was gonna say I'm almost all out of mega nutrients. Like 3 levels of confusing.
Bitterbugs are in the botanist's queue, right?
Yeah, I have them set up right now.
That's good.
Yeah, and I just gotta make a bunch of these.
Nutrients are usable on their own, right?
I don't know if nutrients are, but they're useful for a ton of shit. So
yeah, I was gonna say, like, is it just an arbitrary level of craft into craft into craft?
No, I'm pretty sure nutrients go into like a million different things. So
Okay.
they're useful. They're not super useful on their own, but they are useful overall.
Okay. Fingers crossed for little birds. Cute little puffy gray kiwis with stork legs. They're so good.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. And yes, they can show up in the rain. I caught them in the rain once.
Okay.
I'm like 99% certain that's what happened. It's hard to tell from a distance because they're the same color
these
as
ones
the
I'm not
Aptonoth.
seeing anything on. These ones I'm not really seeing
Yeah.
anything on. I'm not really seeing anything on these ones either.
Was there something off to the side, to the right? Oh,
To the right?
there was a Blissbill. But, I mean,
Yeah.
you got a footprint.
Yeah, threat level low for Angina, but yeah.
I'm really disappointed that there doesn't seem to be a recolor for the Blissbill.
Aw.
They could have made
that's
it like a
unfortunate.
deeper pink or something. Or made it like gray so it's like a broken heart Blissbill or something.
Something like that. You know what I'm going to do real fast? Because I realized in the last fight that I didn't do it, so I'm going to do it now. I'm going to switch back over to the Gilly Mantle
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
a good idea.
I don't know why I didn't switch back over earlier, but, you know. Let's see, we'll go this way. What up?
Fingers
Let's
crossed.
see. Right down into the plants.
Blue. It looked like there was some blue.
Yeah. Well, I keep seeing weird blue, but it's all just Anginath, like over and
Yeah.
over again.
Okay, they're not important.
No, I just wanted to check. Not seeing anything on this one.
Okay,
Not seeing anything on
nothing.
that one either. Yeah. But there is apparently a monster in here that's doing something.
It could just be the Jagresses, I guess.
Probably is. I can easily slay a bunch of Jagresses, though. They're, like, piddly nothing.
There he is, again.
Oh, it's another Rathalos.
Yeah.
Or
You gonna
the same
take him?
Rathalos? Nah. Ain't worth it.
Okay.
Tell you what I
wanna
am
do
going to
a
do, though.
real mission?
Yeah, I'm going to do one more real mission. Do you feel like fighting another Nergigante? Would you be okay with that?
I think it would be a little repetitive, but it's not a bad
I feel like
idea.
doing it because I feel like the last one was interrupted by that Teostra, and it was really cool.
I just
but
want
he killed
another
that
Elder.
thing so fast.
I just want another Elder Dragon to show up if we do it.
Yeah.
That would be very nice if that keeps happening.
I'd kind of like to see that too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, before I do this though, I'm gonna go check my cats and see
Yeah.
how the tail reader stuff is going.
Yeah, they don't seem to be done yet. But
Yeah, well they're not. I think they're a little bit off still.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
still near the beginning.
These are just Gastodon, so that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Got 4 quests left before it's actually done, so each of those levels is going to be about 1. Would chat be okay with me doing one more Nergigante, or do you guys feel like that's too much?
It'll take a second to hear a
Yeah, no,
response.
it'll take a second to get a response, but that's fine. Because I can do something different.
And if I have my way, I'll just be searching for birds forever, so.
Yeah, I'd
It's-
rather not do that.
Yeah, it's
forever.
best if I'm not the one picking.
Yeah, that could be kind of weird.
I wonder if that cat's ever fallen into the soup.
Not that cat, but, you know, the cat before him did.
That's a good response. Really,
yeah,
though.
my back.
Yeah.
Aw.
Really, though, you'd think, like, if you wait long enough, one of the animations eventually would just be him falling in
Yeah,
and
him
crawling
kind of
back
like
out.
losing his balance and then falling into the... Yeah, but it's soup. He'd be boiled alive.
Not necessarily. It could be on a simmer.
Simmer is still real hot.
Yeah.
honestly.
To be fair, felines seem to be immortal. I know it's not literal.
Don't think they actually are.
Tao has taken, like, wrath fire to the face many times.
Yeah, okay, we'll do one more Nergigante, and then we'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hope and hope
that we have one more thing show up.
Yeah, I don't care which one. I mean, it won't be Balthazar. It would be cool if it could be, like...
I don't think it's ever going to be Balthazar.
Which leaves, like, it's either Kushala Daora or the Teostra, which we saw. It would be cool if, like, Kieran's could suddenly show up.
Like, I don't think Kieran would ever show up to that fight, because I don't think Kieran ever shows up in the Eldritch Recess.
It would be assed. Its ass would be horse ass.
Yeah, but on top of that, it also, it only shows up in the Coral Highlands.
That's true.
Kushala Daora totally shows up in the Elder's Recess, though.
Yeah, so it could happen.
Yeah.
But it would be, like, really fucking weird if, like, we showed up to the, Oh, are you...
Yeah, I meant to use a voucher, and I didn't.
We just show up and find the Nergigante, and it's already got, like, 3 Kieran in its mouth.
Yeah, it's just swiveling around with, like, horses just rubbernecking in its throat. Yeah.
What? I mean,
sure. No, like they're dead. They're just completely
just like you just assume it's eating them like a snake. I just figured like
no. Like it's got all 3 in its mouth and it's just whipping them around and they're just like that cool. Weird sort of floppy, gross dead that an animal like that could get.
Like he's just doing a little "I got food" dance.
Yeah.
That could be cool. It would be neat if we could occasionally find an Elder Dragon corpse in this area. Like, I know there's an entire area that is an Elder Dragon corpse, but, like, just one that's clearly the Nergigante's doing.
So, there are Elder Dragon corpses in other games, but in this one, I think they strayed away from doing that.
Because the Rotten Veil exists.
It's weird to me. Yeah, I think it's because of the Rotten Veil, but at the same time, it's kind of like a weird traditional thing, where a lot of the early, like, things in Monster Hunter, eventually you'll get an area, typically in the snow, where there's at least one thing that kind of looks or resembles an Elder Dragon corpse. It's almost always Kushala Daora, and then the realization is that it's not a dead body, it's like the skin of a Kushala Daora that's been cast aside or something like that.
Oh, right, because it's metal.
Yeah, because it molts all the goddamn time, too. That's one of those monsters where it's like, that thing is constantly fucking molting. I don't know why, it just does. It's kind of gross when you really think about it. Oh, he's just scratching his face.
Aww, that's cute. Look at him over there being handsome.
He's got a mouth like a crocodile.
Not really. Aww.
Why is he still doing cat things?
Because he had an itch or something.
I don't know. I question what kind of animals can parasite this kind of animal. Are there Elder Dragon fleas?
There might be, and they might be really fucking strong.
Like, they'd have to be, because they'd have to get through the scales and get into, like, the blood and everything.
Arguably, Nergigante is the Elder Dragon flea.
A little bit, yeah, actually.
So, I don't
Zora
know.
Magdaros just had to deal with this thing attaching himself to him forever.
But yeah, it would actually be kind of cool if you could, like, use your capture net on something and get parasites off of it.
Yeah.
And then just, you could have a jar of them in your room.
That'd be gross, though.
Yeah, but you could put, like, a dung beetle in your room.
Yeah. I suppose that is true.
Like, I don't know, just some sort of extra level of weird skill to these fights, where if you just throw the net, something happens.
Yeah, it will. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would prefer it if you could get a lot more stuff with the net than just, like, there's already a ton of pets in this game, but, like, you know.
Yeah, there can always be more.
There could always be more stuff, for sure.
Yeah, like, just, it's never enough. Like, there's what, like 800 Pokemon, and there's only what, like 24 capturable endemic life in Monster Hunter? It's like, step up your game, Capcom. Did you even? Okay, you did do it.
Yeah, I hit him twice. It's good. I probably should have given that like a normal hit rather than that one, but I was wondering if I could mount him while he was down. So. Oh fuck! He jumped. It wasn't like the full-on fly, so it's fine, but he did do the jump.
Oh.
And that was him just bursting. Leave me alone. Go away.
Just start
Tao,
potions.
please help.
Sit.
I'm working on it. I wanted to put a little more distance between us before I started, because otherwise he's just gonna kill me while I'm drinking.
Well, no, you can still get distance between you. It's like you still act like you gotta stay in place sometimes.
Oh, excuse me, I can't help it. It's a hard fucking part of my, like, remembering how to make this game work.
I know. It's like you
It's a hard thing to
instinctively
change.
walk 15 miles uphill in the snow both ways.
I know. My instinct is to walk uphill. It's bad.
Yeah, it's back in your day.
It is a little bit, yeah. Oh my god. You know why I'm bouncing on him like that is because he's got his spikes out. I need to just mount... Oh, damn it. I was gonna say I need to just mount him and then get the hits that way, but that's not really gonna happen now.
You still got Crystal Burst.
Oh, fuck. I do, and I'm saving it for now because I know he's just gonna keep doing this stupid shit. He's eventually gonna try and take off, and I could potentially make it easier on myself by breaking some of his crystals ahead of time, but I don't know how likely it's gonna be that I can actually pull that off, especially because I'm out of Crystal Burst now.
This would be a good fight for a team with a gunner on it.
Yeah, I mean, typically if you're doing this fight, I would assume that you just have a gunner on your team. Or a bowman or something like that.
Yeah, the weird bow thing with the rock shot or whatever you want to call that. The arc thing?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, I just don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, like that would probably do some good, like, spike destroying.
You think so, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, but like occasionally I will use a gun to do just small things, so I've kind of gotten used to the way they work, and it's just like, oh man, if you just use like, what would it be, like pierce ammo? I don't know. But like you just hit them.
Maybe pierce, maybe slicing or something like that.
Yeah, like you just go for the spikes while someone else is like hit them in the legs.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That would work. But you and I can't be on stream at the same time.
Yeah,
and
which is unfortunate.
I can't play at the same time as you because you're the only one who owns the game. Like, so we will never.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it is.
Yeah. Please have another friend with you.
Oh, somebody said Elder Dragon fleas are just tiny Nergigantes.
Oh, like a baby one?
No, like a micro one.
Could be a baby.
I mean, it could be. Like a Nergigante whelp at that point, sure.
Yeah, like we don't know how they reproduce, if they do at all.
They probably do. But that's, it's questionable.
We can't prove that this thing doesn't spawn off another bigger thing that looks completely different. We can't
that
prove,
is a problem.
We can't prove that Nergigante doesn't come out of a test tube in an ancient lab where he was built for a different purpose than what he's at right now.
Oh, come on, guy.
Actually, that would almost make sense in the lore, you know, the non-Tale of Five lore, where it's... Oh, shit. Where it was like, oh, we had, like, war against the ancient dragons, and then the elder dragons came up, and then the regular dragons, and it was like, oh, there was ancient technology. It's like a bioengineered...
Oh, come on.
A bioengineered dragon that can, grow weapons constantly and lives off of eating other dragons? Like,
actually, by the time that the Elder Dragons were a thing, humanity had already lost its technology, so it would not have been able to do that.
Well, he could have originally had a diet of ancient dragons, is what I'm thinking.
I mean, potentially, but that sounds like it would be a little far-fetched. Because he himself is an Elder Dragon, which would mean that he'd have to be an Elder Dragon that predates Elder Dragons, which would make him way more powerful than he is currently.
But at the same time, Elder Dragon is kind of a trash heap taxonomy.
It's a bit of a trash
weird
taxonomy,
stuff.
yeah.
They put weird stuff there just because. They don't know where else to put it. So he could easily be like a dragon weapon, and there was just like a cryogenically like preserved egg just sitting somewhere beneath the Elder's recess.
I don't think so, but you know what I did just realize not too long ago? Do you remember that symbol that I thought was a dragon in that picture from the Tale of the Five? Mm-hmm. It actually has the same horn shape as Nergigante, and it's coming out of a large fire-breathing monster. I think it's literally a picture of Zora Magdaros with a Nergigante in him. Like, coming out of him.
Yeah, if we assume that Zora Magdaros is like the one that formed the land or whatever.
Yeah, it would kind of make sense that it's like, oh, but Nergigante as a result just kind of always was there and existed in that way.
Possibly, because he doesn't seem to match any of the other stuff. Like Sapphire Star is clearly Zenjiva. A bunch of the other ones don't seem to be anything in the game. He could be the disappearing youth.
Okay, I wasn't gonna make that connection. But
he comes back with a bunch of scales off of the other dragons.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this thing eats.
I guess you could make that argument.
I don't think it's. I'm not so sure about it, but like that's the best I've got. It could be nothing. He could be Satan.
I mean, he's definitely supposed to look very demonic to some extent.
Yeah, but a lot of these monsters
There's a lot of the red and black, and then he's got the big horns, and he's just covered in spines all the fucking time.
Yeah, but I mean, so is Diablos.
Yeah, well, Diablos' name is literally Diablo.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like there's more than one that has this motif, so he probably isn't literal Satan.
I like that Diablos was clearly the first of the Blos monsters that they came up with. Even though his like taxonomy is supposed to make more sense, where it's like, oh, he's a Blos and he's Dia because there's two horns, and the only other version is the Monoblos, and it's like, okay, that's dumb. Like, come on, we know the joke there.
Is there a Trioblos?
No, there is not.
There should be.
Diablos actually has.
Oh no.
Yeah, Diablos has the horns to be a tri, but he doesn't have the. You'd think he'd have like a nose horn, and he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's got like that weird skeleton.
Yeah, it's
mouth.
almost like a beak on him, honestly.
A beak with teeth.
A little bit. Let's see. I was going to say something and I forgot what it was that I was going to say. I was going to say he reminds me of a thing. Oh, there is actually a monster. Crap, what is it called? It's one of the crabs. There are crab monsters in other games, not in World. World doesn't get the crabs. There are crab monsters that will actually use Diablos and Monoblos shells, like hermit crabs would.
Neat.
And they are super cool because they put those things on hermitors. There we go. That's what I'm thinking.
Did you just warp back to
Oh,
where
and
you
somebody
just were?
said, yeah, no, I warped to a different one. I have like 3 of the different ones here.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said, yeah, hermitor. Hermitors use Diablos and Monoblos skulls like hermit crabs would, and it is absolutely adorable and kind of amazing. And sometimes I think you can break them and get pieces of the other monsters off of them. And it's really weird because Hermitor is in a taxonomy that's just like crustaceans, but it includes things that are clearly arachnids. And there's another one that's basically just a spider that covers itself in the skin of other monsters. So there's like some weird precedence for weird parasitic giant bugs in Monster Hunter, and it's amazing.
There should be a quadruplos, and it's like just a 2-headed Diablos.
Yeah. Okay.
And an octoblos, where it's just like an octopus using Monoblos' head.
That is a
each
thing.
hand.
That's the elder dragon that is the squid. That hangs out in the boneyard. I think actually has the potential to use Diablos stuff, or Diablos stuff rather. Sorry. I'm not seeing any other elder dragons this time.
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know.
It might happen. It
There's
could
a
just be
potential
really
for it
rare.
to happen. Yeah, it could be that it's a very rare encounter to see him do it. I would really like to see that happen again, but I don't know how likely it is.
Yeah, and I hope it's like a Kushala.
Yeah, because I really hope that we have a Kushala just show up for no reason.
Or Double Joe or Buttercup.
No, Devil Joe and Buttercup aren't going to show up. I'm sure it's just going to be Elder Dragon see Elder Dragon fight.
I know, but like you said, Double Joe would be funny.
He would. He'd be hilarious, but I don't think we're going to get it.
Yeah. Need that tail.
I do. I need it so much. Give me
Damn.
your tail, you giant jerk.
We should eat his tail.
We should eat his tail real good.
Yeah, like just, I mean.
Jerky that shit up. He looks like a decaying whale, though, so I don't know if that's a great idea.
Look, he eats other dragons, so he's got a lot of dragon power. So if we eat him, we will become the elderest of dragons.
That's just what his coloration in the back reminds me of, is like a large, decaying, like, water mammal. Because it's kind of about the right color. It's gross, but I've seen that before.
He also looks like maybe an evil lizard.
Oh yeah, no, he totally looks like a big evil lizard.
Yeah, like he's got
that's what he is.
He's got like them "Don't touch me, I'm poison" colors, even though he's not poison.
He probably should have a little bit of poison, honestly.
I mean, it would make this fight annoying.
It would make more sense though, because how the fuck otherwise is he doing like half the shit to the Elder Dragons that he is?
Yeah, maybe he's got a poison in him that only Elder Dragons are really affected by.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know.
Because it's like, I don't know, fairy type poison?
The fairy type poison?
Or ice type poison? I guess humans are affected by ice.
Oh yeah, somebody asked, yes, Hermitors totally charge using the skulls of other monsters. So they wear the skulls backwards, and they'll charge backwards into you by doing like a big jump back. And when they start getting all like tired, they'll start huffing and puffing out of the skull of the monster. Because I guess Crab's lungs would be in the back of its body or something like that. I mean, technically that is true. That is how that would work.
I don't really think about it. I know that like with bugs and stuff, they just breathe through all of their skin.
No, they don't.
No?
Nope. They have what are called book lungs. Crabs have gills. But their gills are assembled in such a way that they still kind of look like book lungs. Book lungs are basically lungs that are like pushed out into sheets that exist inside of a box in the abdomen that is meant to sort of absorb air slowly over time. It's an interesting thing if you ever get a chance to actually do that. It's a weird, like, alternative version of this is what a lung could look like if you were, like, a monster. I know it hit.
I said good hit.
Oh, good hit.
Congratulating.
I just said that hit. I was like, yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, no, it's a good hit. Good day.
Where did... Oh, okay. Sure, if that's how you want to do it.
Yeah, that feeling when you've got multiple things you could shoot, and it's like, you gotta shoot them.
Yeah. You hit that real fast.
Nice! He just turned right into it. This chump just walked right into your trap.
Yeah, he did. Come on, chump, fight me more. Oh, fuck.
The chump fought you.
Oh god, the chump, he's turning the tables.
Oh no.
Haha, chump.
Honestly, yeah, he just keeps walking right into it. Oh, you bounced.
Well, I bounced because he's got his horns up now. There we go.
There we go. Woo. So you did not get a tail off of that carve. I'm not sure if you
Did
got
I
a tail off of the other
shit.
tail either.
I thought I did. Maybe I need to pay more attention then.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the first mission you had done, but this one you got an immortal dragon scale.
Okay. Oh, fuck then. That's not good.
You might get one in the quest rewards.
There's a potential for it. I thought I had gotten a tail off of the other one. I'm actually, if I didn't, that's kind of
Well,
a
you
problem.
cut the tail. I wasn't looking at the item that came out of it.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, well. If I didn't get a tail this time at all, and I didn't get a tail last time, then I guess I'm just going to... We'll call it quits here.
Yeah.
And we'll come back another day
it's
and
the
do
RNG spiting you for all the gems you own.
I think we should probably point out that, like, I think the next stream that we do should be the variety one. Do you feel like that's a good idea?
Yes, it's been a while that I've been wanting to do it.
So when we do the variety stream, I think what we should do is we should announce it first. So we'll have a video go up on the channel or something like that. Does that sound like a good idea to you?
Yeah. Yeah, you still need to set up the OBS profiles for it before we do anything.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any tails at all.
Oh no.
Man, what a pain.
It's the weird Josh luck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Antidote Jewel, Flight Jewel.
Flight Jewel, yeah.
You have both of those.
Variety stream, by the way, if you're curious, is just going to be us playing a bunch of games.
Yeah, we own some garbage that I just wanted to clear out of our garbage pile.
Yeah, and for a while, we've kind of wanted to do the like use the capture card 3DS to play some games, and we just kind of haven't been. So we'll do that, I guess.
I have a set of things that I want to go through.
Yeah.
That none of them are really like sustainable for a stream, like a full one. So it would be like switching around.
Yeah, well, that's why it would be variety. We'd just be bumping around.
Yeah.
It would probably be like a 4 or 5 hour stream of us just playing like 4 different games.
Or
Maybe
more,
something
depending
like
on
that.
if
Or
they
more,
suck.
yeah, sure. Yeah, if we start playing a game and it's terrible, I mean, obviously we're not going to keep playing that game. We might also get back into doing some of Red version for that too, which will be cool.
Yeah. Maybe not on the same stream, because you'd have to set up the different...
Oh, no. For that, we can. For that, we already have it set up and it's fine.
Okay, yeah, but you'd have to switch midstream.
I don't really mind doing that too much, to be honest.
Oh, we got a question about Spoopy Month. We have some things lined up that we haven't started yet, and one thing from last year that we are continuing because we didn't go very far with it.
Yeah, I had meant to talk about it, but yeah, we have some stuff that's coming, and then we've got we already put up that episode, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Deadly Premonition we're going to keep playing that one too.
Yeah, there's some other stuff, like, traditionally we do RPG Maker games. There are a couple that we just have to make sure... NVIDIA's screwing with us.
Yeah.
Shadowplay doesn't want to play.
Yeah. Also, we're done. This is the end of the stream.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts, by the way?
I love George the 13th, and he's coming up to give you a snuggle.
Fine. I'm just gonna, avoid him.
Yeah, so I am gonna get myself the low rank version of the armor just for completion.
Yeah,
Maybe
fair
not
enough.
on both accounts, but I'm gonna do it. And we don't have a date for the variety stream, but I am going to
prom. See, that could be Nergigante though, right? Do you see that?
Kinda.
Yeah, and then Zora Magdaros would be the one directly underneath him, which is the island in the sea or whatever. Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm gonna try and make sure that each game is hilarious, either bad or good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for
and I have
humor.
some stuff that I want to do too, so we'll toss my things in there too. I think.
Oh, good, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anywho, I got nothing else. Do you?
Nah. Oh man, look at that thing just freaking out.
Yeah. All right. Good night, you guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Hold on. Let me just save real quick. All right. Good night, everybody.
Night, night.